Hello everyone, this is Kendall from Reddit Whiskey. This was the first attack I had of this war. Obviously you don't see my name there, that means I failed, which I did. I only got 1 star. Um, but the strategy I had in place was perfect. I just had an execution error. So I'm going to kind of go over what my plan of attack was, the mistake I made. The war's still going on, so this is a really simple cleanup. So um, I'll just kind of get to it. This is an online base. So because of that, there's a few things you know. This has been slightly modified on the online version. There's cannons down here at the south. I think it was created though before the 4 mortars, so the adjustments were made to include the 4 mortars. But the important part of the base and the assumption I made going into it, because it's kind of a key component, was they would have a Tesla here, a Tesla here, a Tesla here, and a Tesla here, followed by double giant bombs here and double giant bombs here. And I assume they wouldn't make a change to that because that's kind of a key component of the anti-hog part of this. Because when you kind of drop your hogs from the north, you have to be very careful to keep them from hitting one of the Teslas and then pathing over to the next Tesla. So there's an easy way to avoid that. And if I'd have just executed cute or correctly, we've been looking at 3 star. But what it is I want to send in a 4-finger hog drop. I want a group that comes into here. I want a group that comes into here. I want a group that comes into here, and a group that comes into here, with the goal of these hogs head down to the air defense, these head to this air defense, these head to the wizard tower, these head to the wizard tower, and then these groups go up to the mortar, and eventually down to the Teslas, and then these kind of go down to the Teslas from here. And the reason that this works is that there's only 2 defenses to kill here compared to 3 defenses here. So what ends up happening is these group of hogs on the side with the air defense get to the Teslas slightly quicker than the group up here. And the reason that's important is when they get to this Tesla, they pop just the first of the double giant bombs. And then when the second group gets down here, they pop the second one, but they're done at a slightly different time frame. So if you have a pre-heal that's done in this area right here, none of your hogs die. And then they kind of go on, and you've got 30 something hogs that are up still, and they just destroy the rest of this base. And um, what you're going to see from my raid when I did it is that this group of hogs, I actually needed to drop. My finger needed to be here and here, and instead I had a finger up here. So what happened was the hogs, instead of being on the south side of these archer towers, so that they would then hand out of the air defense, they ended up being on the north side of these archer towers and all went to the wizard tower. So what you end up seeing is most of my hogs went up north here to the Teslas. Next closest building was this Tesla, hit the double giant bombs at the same time and killed most of my hog raid. So ideally the 4 fingers when I dropped them should have been kind of like this. You wanted 1 on each of the barracks and then 1 finger kind of in between these 2 buildings here, so that the way the pathing worked is they went like that. And that's kind of all I would have need to do done differently in order for this to be a 3 star. You can see that this is a really simple clan castle pull, and in fact 3 hogs sent into this archer tower right here is going to get the full pull and also delete that or kill that archer tower. From there, my goal was I wanted to drag the clan castle troops over here for my kill squad. Once they were nearly dead, I want to send the golem in here. The reason I want to do that is I want to get this archer tower shooting at this golem so that I can drop a wizard right there to kill this building to stop the trash ring. Once that's down, I can drop my barbarian king in right there, and once he's down, then I drop my jump spell right here to make sure that they can get to the archer queen. And once the archer queen is in combat with my kill squad and barbarian king, then I can do the hog drop. So we'll watch my replay, and then you'll see exactly the error I made, and I think this is going to be a real simple cleanup for somebody. Okay, so here's the attack before it started. You're going to see I'm going to start at the bottom here. I'm going to send my 3 hogs in. That's going to kill this archer tower and get the full clan castle pull. I'm then going to use one archer to kind of pull these over here. Once the clan castle troops get kind of close, I'm going to drop my 2 barbarians, followed by my staggered 2 witches, and then my archer queen. And then what I'm going to do, and I actually did this a little off, my goal is kind of once these skeletons start to get a little close is to drop a barbarian so that, the clan castle troops then start focusing on the barbarian instead. And you see they got up there and they actually killed my wizards. It ended up being okay, but it wasn't a problem. It could have been just a slightly more cleaner, I guess, one of my wizards. So golem's down. You can see as soon as the archer tower starts shooting, I then drop this wizard down here to break the trash ring. Once this building is, half dead or so, then I can drop my Barbarian King, followed by the jump spell, and then once they've started aggroing right there, you can see now I'm good for my Hogs. And you're going to see from where I dropped these Hogs, they were just slightly too far north. So what they're going to do is they're going to be on the north side of these archer towers. So instead of pathing down to the air defenses, they're actually mostly going to path to the wizard towers. And that was going to be the one minor mistake that cost me the 3-star. Which means this is a really, really simple cleanup. Because you can see most of the Hogs were up north. Pre-heals were down, but because they're all up the north, next thing they're going to go to is the Tesla. They're going to hit the double giant bombs, and that's going to kill most of my Hogs. So, that one little minor change would have been with the 3-stars. So, that was it. This should be an easy cleanup for somebody. I hate that I made the mistake, but it happens. You get in the moment of things, your blood's pumping fast, and sometimes you just forget about what you're going to do. But that's the reason it's so important to kind of plan out and even hit, hey, where are my heals going to be? Where am I going to drop my Hogs? Those type of things, because we should have been talking about my 3-star attack instead of my 1-star attack. So hope this helps everybody. We'll hopefully have a replay where I get to show the 3-star on this, but we will talk to you all later on. Thanks.